Hello my dear students, welcome you all in today's video session. So today we are going to learn a new lesson, that is chapter number 17, clothes our necessity. Students, as you know, clothes is our basic necessity of human beings. Why do we use clothes? To protect our body and to cover our body. We protect our body from sun, rain and cold. So for protection purpose we use clothes. Now students, observe the picture given below. Choose the clothes you would like to have and circle them. In these pictures many types of clothes are given. So which clothes you like to wear, you have to circle it. Okay. In the box, write the total number of clothes you selected. Does the number of clothes you have chosen tally with that of your friend? Now, first one, on which days will you wear the clothes you have chosen? Student, these all questions you have to solve it and write it in your notebook. So, first one is what you have to write: on which day you will wear your chosen clothes. You have to write in your notebook. Then second one, how many times in a day will you change your clothes? So how many times you are changing your clothes? In daytime one cloth we are wearing, and in night time we change and wear night dress. Okay, so mostly we change the dress 2 times. Okay, then next one, do you think you should have other clothes besides the one you have chosen? If so, write how many in the box. So many times we get confused. Whatever you have chosen, later on you change your decision. So do you think beside the one you have chosen, do you think another you have to tag? If you have thinking, then how many you are thinking, that number you have to write it in the box. Then next one, apart from the clothes, which other things would you like to wear? So apart from the clothes, which are the clothes do you like to wear? It will be shoes, belt, wristwatch, goggles, caps. Many things are there which we use to decorate ourselves. Girls mostly wear hairbands, then necklace, bracelets. Many things are there which we use to decorate our body. Okay. Then fifth one, will you lend your clothes to your friends? So what is the fifth one? Are you giving your clothes to your friends for using purpose? If yes, then write it down. Next one, which clothes that you see in the advertisements would you like to wear? Nowadays many options are there. You can purchase the clothes online. So many apps are there that you can purchase whatever clothes are shown in advertisements. Would you like to wear that? If yes, then that answer you can write it here. Okay. Visit people in your surrounding who often take shelter at places like railway or bus stations, brick lane, then open ground, etc. Discuss the following points with them and make notes of it. Then first one question is, what is the total number of clothes they have? Okay. Then second one is, what do they wear in the summer? In the summer what they are wearing it, that you have to write it down. Then third one, what kind of clothes do they wear in winter? Then fourth one, what clothes do they use during the monsoon season? Then next one, fifth one, why? What do they wear to function and festives? What they are wearing on function and festives. Then next one, sixth one is, how many times in a day do they change their clothes? Then next one is, what did you realize from the activity observed? Can you tell? Repeat the first can you tell activity and make new notes in your book. While doing this, keep in mind your need and write the number of clothes you choose in the box. Are you answer in the second activity the same as in the first? After this activity, we may find that the number of clothes we wish to have is rather large. Wanting clothes and really needing them are different things. Wanting things when we do not need them is simply desire, not necessity. We see many advertisement on TV, hoarding, etc., and we are attracted towards the clothes shown in them. Okay, this attraction can turn into greed. Discuss need and greed for clothes. Some people want many clothes which they really do not need. Wanting things, clothes, toys, ornaments, etc., when we do not need them is called desire, greed, not necessity. Use your brain power. Amit and Sania have many clothes but they do not wear many of them. Now they are wondering what they should do with all these clothes. Help them to solve their problem. Here, Amit and Sania can solve their problem as follows. Then Amit and Sania do not wear many of the clothes they have. They can give this clothes to poor people from their locality. They can give some clothes to the poor children in the orphanage. Some of the clothes can be given to NGOs helping needy people. Some of the clothes can be used for dusting and cleaning the house. Try this for teachers. For this activity, visit the nearest center of textile industry with the students and arrange an activity with the skilled workers there. You have to take the interview, but because of COVID-19 it was impossible, students. So this is the picture of handloom. Have you seen this handloom? Yes, because Yeola is the place famous for Paithani, and Paithani is made by using handloom. So the next picture is of charkha, that is spinning wheel. Mostly when there was Gandhiji, near Gandhiji always charkha it is shown. Why? Because Gandhiji had started the use of Swadeshi kapda, that the Indian clothes. Then he started to use and they were making it by using the charkha. So the cotton clothes is made on charkha and they were made by using Indian clothes. So during the interview, obtain information about the following points. So what all question you have to ask during the interview when you will visit there. Then first one is, what industry is this? Okay, you have to ask it what industry it is. You can visit to the Paithani shop and you can ask this question, what industry is this? Then what is the product of this industry? Third question, what raw material is used to produce this fabric? Then fourth one is, where does the raw material come from? Fifth one, in what form is the raw material obtained? Sixth is, where is the finished product sent for sale? Okay, where it has been given for sale. Then seventh is, in which season are these textiles mainly used? Then eighth one, what kinds of workers are needed for this industry? The ninth one, where do these workers come from? Then 10th is, in what way have centers of textile industry changed since the olden days? Then 11th, what problems are encountered in these industries? So students, we obtain information about the textile industry centers by asking the questions given above. Now let us see example of the textiles that are the specialities of Maharashtra, like the Paithani of Paithan and Yeola, Himro shawls from Aurangabad, bed sheets and bedspreads from Solapur, handloom and powerloom cloth from Ichalkaranji, etc. So students, you will understand this better from the map on the next page. To the index of the map, add the textile industries that you know of but are not shown here. Mark them at the appropriate places on the map. So students, see through the index picture are given first. Picture cloth from Ichalkaranji. You can see in Kolhapur. Ichalkaranji is famous. This cloth is famous there. It is popular there and we can get easily in the Kolhapur. Bedsheet from Solapur. Himro shawls can get in Aurangabad. In fourth picture, Yola saris. Yeola sari you can get in Nasik district in Yeola Paithani of Paithan. So according to the symbols you can understand the famous important textile industries. To the index of the map, what is mean by index? Index are the map, that is the symbols that are used in the map, that is the list of symbols. Add the textile industries that you know of but are not shown here. Mark them at the appropriate places on the map. Which industries are shown, not shown, that you can add there in the index and you can add them, that symbol, in the picture of the map. Do you know? See here, some pictures are given. In this picture you can find texture of the saris and you can get the information about it. Lucknow chicken, then Kashmir silk, Banarasi silk, Kadiyal, Pitambari, Pochampally, Narayanpet, Kanjivaram, Patola and Mysore silk are some types of saris. These saris from different part of India showcase the diversity of our country. So students, these are the types of textures of the saris. So you can find that there is diversity of our country. Students, try this. To find out more about the different varieties of clothes, visit a clothes market with your parents, discuss the points given below with the people there and make notes. Look at the variety of clothes and make a list of their names. So you can find the names of textures of clothes. Which of these clothes are meant only for children or for adult or for aged people? According to the age we use the cloth. So which is for children, which is for adult, which is for aged person? Find about the various type of saris. Before also we learned about there are different saris which have different texture. So you can find out the variety of saris. Then note down the names of place famous for their saris. You can find out the names of places which are famous for their saris. You can get the information on Google also. Spot the names of places region on the map given above. In this you can find the region and you can mark here on the map. Thus, we know that a variety of fabric and costumes have came into use due to the diverse climatic conditions in different parts of the countries. With better transport facilities, they have become available in all places. This diversity in clothes is a part of the diversity in our country. We can see the variety of fabrics and costumes in our country. So clothing style are also different. Try this. Talk to the elderly people in your family or locality to obtain this information. You can talk with the senior member of your family what clothes they wear during the childhood. Make a list of the clothes they name. You can ask to your grandpa when he was a child what he was using, which type of clothes he was using. You can ask your grandpa. Then take the list to a cloth garment shop and see which of the clothes in your list are available there. Then find out which of the clothes are not worn anymore. Nowadays dhoti no one is using. Okay, so nowadays dhoti, that is dhotar, which grandpa was using before. In childhood they were using pajama or something nowadays no one is using. Okay, so these are outdated fashion, or we can say no one is using nowadays. Then find out the places where these clothes used to come from. Then find out why these clothes went out of use. Now nowadays it is easy to get clothes of each type because of the modern method of transport. It is available, but before many years it was not possible to get easily all the things because of very less transport facilities. Nowadays everywhere we can get new types of clothes. In villages also we get fashionable clothes. So find out that why these clothes went out of use because of the lifestyle. So not everybody is using dhotar, these clothes are went out of use. Then find out if there have been changes in clothing due to tradition and in the course of time. Do you know, during the evaluation of man, his body went through many changes. One of the changes was the reduction in the amount of body hair. So, have you seen the picture of evaluation of man in our Stone Age? Man was there. He had more hair on his body, but nowadays there is reduction of body hair. As a result, he began to need protection from the element in certain weather conditions. Thus arose the need for clothes. We can see a variety in the clothes used through the age. In prehistoric times, man did not wear clothes. Later, he began using the bark and leaves of trees. After that, he began to hunt and used the skin of the animals he had killed. Okay, then, after he learned to make yarn from materials like cotton wool, he began to use cotton clothes in a variety of ways. You will see this progression in the picture given above. Students, always remember nature has given us enough to fulfill everyone's needs. However, nature cannot quench man's greed. Quench means satisfy. Then man must give priority to his needs and not desires. Only then will nature be able to take care of us all. Do you know Mumbai was famous worldwide for its textile mills? The humid weather on the island facilitates the manufacture of long thread for making cloth. That is why Mumbai became a big center for the textile industry. The flourishing clothes industry attracted workers from all over the country who came and settled here. From then on, Mumbai became an important hub for financial activity in India. Students, use your brain power. Collect pictures of traditional clothes worn in Jammu and Kashmir, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, and Kerala. Discuss the climate of those areas based on the pictures. Visit a fabric garment exhibition nearby. Obtain information about the utility of the clothes on display. Then visit your local Khadi Gram Udyog center. Find out about the types of clothes and where they are made. Students, what we have learned today. Wanting things you do not need is desire, not necessity. We must use things only as we need them. Then, several regions in our country have a tradition of producing fabric characteristic of the place. We learnt about the diversity in clothing in our country with the help of maps. So students, I hope you understood the lesson. So thank you for watching. Keep learning and have a nice day.